I mean, it's 3:30 in the morning, Sunday morning, June 15th, and I had a thought about something that'll probably make a lot of people on my side mad at me. So, let's just throw it out there. Um, it, I, my brother and I did the No Kings March in San Francisco yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenal. Biggest turnout of any protest march I've ever seen in San Francisco. And we've seen all of the videos nationwide. In the context of the 2024 election. And it's like, I mean, again, if this doesn't apply to you, you don't need to let all of us know that in the comments. But I'm sure you guys will anyway. I saw a couple of signs that were held by white women, and the turnout yesterday was almost exclusively white, which was also weird for San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco, the Bay Area, is definitely the most diverse area that I've ever lived in my entire life. And the signs that said something along the lines of, if Kamala had won, we'd be at brunch. And it just struck me. It's like, yeah, I get the joke. But especially looking at the results of this election and how people in this country actually voted, a huge majority of white men voted for Donald Trump. A solid majority of white women voted for Donald Trump, the president who took away their bodily autonomy. And I think you can, and Donald Trump made huge gains in almost every other demographic group that exists except for black women. And I don't claim to speak for anybody, but the initial thing that hit me when I saw that first sign that said that was, I was just like, and that is why I don't see any black people today in this march. Because if Kamala Harris had won, all of those underlying problems of racism, bigotry, and misogyny would still be here in the United States, but white people would be at brunch instead of protesting against those actual problems. Because our comfort level would have been taken care of if Kamala Harris had won. Our comfort level would be locked in. So we don't need to go out and protest anything else. So we would be at brunch. And this is going to sound terrible and it's going to make people angry, but I was just like, I have a very hard time envisioning a more typical liberal white woman sign that you could see at a protest than that one. If Kamala had won, we'd be at brunch. Meaning our heads would go right back in the sand about problems of racism, homophobia, transphobia, bigotry, misogyny to other communities in the United States. Because we would be fine. We would be fine if Kamala Harris had won. Anyway, it's 3:40 in the morning and I just thought I'd lob that grenade into the TikTok sphere and see how it lands. Have a great morning. Enjoy your brunch.